DL Trader here with today's trade recap for Tuesday 16th of April. Just before I start, quick note, going into today I had increased risk on the day, max daily loss was increased. So I had to, goal going into today was to trade my setups, trade my style, and not let that, larger position sizing that I was trying to get myself into affect my trading. And for the most part, pretty happy with how I did. Don't think I took quite enough size. It's tricky. I've jumped up quite a increase in size, so it takes a little bit to get used to. So tomorrow, just trying to nudge on a few more shares. Was trying to up my share count and also add liquidity to try and help beat the commission. So it'll be interesting having a look at the prop reports from Trader Equity tomorrow and seeing if there's a bit of difference in today's trading. So 3 tickets today. First one, RNN. RNN has SSR on, is low float, so a little bit tricky to trade, to get in on. Gap up in the morning, watching this. Was waiting for the open, seeing what happened, looking for, expecting that kind of massive rip at the open. It didn't come. It popped up out the gate, rejected this highs, and then pulled back. So I gave it a little bit more time, and then jumped in with starter size just down here for a first entry, and then just didn't want to add too hard. Just let's see what it wanted to do. Can it bounce? Can it get back above VWAP, etc. So after this rejection of VWAP here, I got short more. It pulled back, bounced back up, so I added some more, and then this was me at full size on the trade with risk just above that candle. So average about here. So really tight risk. Ended up being a nice entry, even though it was a bit of a chase, and then let it trade out. So I covered a third into this wash. I covered another third here just because I've got some P&L on the trade. It's my first trade of the day. I wanted to get some green, get some cushion, and I felt like if it could hold this low, it might just do that rip thing. So covered some there. After it didn't really go anywhere beyond this top candle here, got some more short for backside for a big fade, got a little bit sketched out, covered some, trimmed some, put it back on after it didn't go anywhere, and then left it alone and just simply scaled out of my position. So overall, biggest winner on the day, probably looking at 4 to 1 risk reward, maybe a little bit larger. Felt like maybe I could hold it all day, but it popped up and didn't want to sit through that grind after 11:30. So happy with RNN. The second trade on the day was RWLK. Watched this in the morning, gap up, big pullback. Managed to avoid sort of shorting in here, risking here. Let it pop up, and actually really missed the entry. The entry would have been just here somewhere with risk here for a backside move. Missed it, let it pull back, didn't chase, let it see if it could bounce or not. After it, I felt like it couldn't bounce, set my risk just above that level and got short. Covered into the wash, added back on the pop, and then felt like it was going to make that move, so trimmed it, just didn't want to start eating a loss. After it failed, put another short on, reducing the risk, covered into the wash, added back on, again trimmed some, added some on, covered into the wash, added back on, covered into the wash. So trying to get that one working, but just because I'm sort of stuck in this very tight range, it's very easy for this to turn into a loser quite quickly with a rip. And I was aware of that because I didn't have that high average. So just covering into the washes, adding on pops, trimming when I felt like it might move. And, here I just decided to give up with it, which is, again, leave the screens at 11:30. It has gone on and faded all the way down here, but you know, I probably would have stopped out here or here, and then would have been unlikely probably to take another move there. So RWLK, another winner, another nice solid green winner for today. Last trade, Icon. Icon gave some of my gains back. You know, looking back, was it the best setup? Perhaps not, but you know, I do see a lot of these pop and drops. You know, they rip up, don't really go anywhere, and then come all the way back down and some. So for me, it was worth taking a shot. So let it top out, got short with risk at high of day, added to the winner, reducing my risk. Covered some just because I felt like, you know, I had a big position and wanted to get some off so I could put them back on. So I covered some here, added those shares back on here, we set my risk just above high of day, which triggered just here. Let it see what it wanted to do, and after this candle here, you know, increased volume out of nowhere, I took another short here with an add, covered into the wash, added on the bounce, to trying to really work that trade, and then came in here for the kill. I was sort of looking at this pattern. Yeah, you know, this descending triangle here with this low to just boom, break down into that line there. But it popped back up, and I'd reduced my risk off of high of day with this add to just above this candle here, which triggered there. So overall, loss, a bit of a break even in this middle section, and then another loss. So overall, you know, 2 losses on this one, but the total of these 2 losses is less than you know, my win on RWLK, and then my win on RNN was way bigger. So overall, solid green day. Pretty happy with the results, and going to be interesting looking at the commissions tomorrow. Looking to increase size tomorrow again, and try and get this P&L rolling. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. See you on the next one. Cheers.